Hello, everybody. So, can everybody hear me okay? That's the number one. I'll be able to kind of see here. Doo-doo. Aw, look at all you guys out here hanging out with us today. All right. So, welcome. So, if you don't know me already, my name is Risa Risque, and I'm one of the co-founders and the producer of the Blacklist Babes Cabaret. So, give it up virtually for our very first mini cabaret that we decided to go ahead and start today, and it is called Blacklist Loves You. Give it up. Give it up. I swear I can hear it. I can hear it. Just keep getting louder and louder. I promise I can hear it. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm just checking on here and just making sure that we're all good to go. Great. All right. Excellent. So, welcome again to Blacklist Loves You. We're doing a mini cabaret today to celebrate all of the performers that we love. As in every Blacklist Babes show, we always want to start with a sensible drink. So, if you guys have your drinks in hand, whatever it may be, go ahead and we're going to cheers to you, cheers to us, cheers to our guest performers, cheers to the essential workers, everybody else that's working so hard right now during these times in the quarantine. We all want to give it up to you because guess what? Blacklist loves you. Cheers. Whew, all right. So, just a little background. Before the quarantine happened, the Blacklist Babes Cabaret had their 4-year anniversary scheduled for back in April. So at that anniversary show, we had, of course, a bunch of cool stuff planned, and then, of course, we couldn't do it. So exactly 2 weeks ago today, the Blacklist Babes started their own YouTube channel, and we decided to go ahead and start doing online cabaret shows. So 2 weeks ago was our very first show. And then we thought, you know what? It went so well. People really enjoyed it. They really loved it. So we decided to go ahead and do a cabaret every Saturday at 7 p.m. So to kind of mix it up a little bit, for our first weekly cabaret series, we decided to do what we're calling a mini cabaret. So it's a little bit shorter of a cabaret. We're not going to be doing full burlesque today, but we are going to be doing a little bit of what I like to call burlesque light. And we decided to go with, I did a lot of brainstorming with my fiance and partner, who, thank you, is running the show behind the scenes, Mr. Levi Stretch, aka David. So we started thinking, well, we want to promote some of the performers in town that maybe aren't able right now to, produce big online shows. So we thought, well, one of our hashtags that we use is called hashtag Blacklist Loves You. So we thought, you know what? That's a perfect name for a cabaret because there are so many performers in town. And because we are an all live singing, live music burlesque cabaret group, I really wanted to give a chance to showcase some of our favorite performers. Back before this happened, my good friend Eduardo A. Rivera, who is one of our special guests tonight, we were talking about doing burlesque cabaret together because I adore his voice. We were in Wasteland together, written and produced by Todd Kimbrough. And I fell in love with his voice and his energy and his personality. And I said, I really want you to come and sing with the Blacklist Babes one day. And he said, you know what? I actually did a cabaret before with Miss Brown. And I was like, that's perfect because I love Miss Brown too. So it just made sense for our very first Blacklist Loves You to spread the love to both Eduardo A. Rivera and to Miss Brown. So as a special treat, you will not only be getting to see the Blacklist Babes singing and dancing tonight, but you'll also get to hear Eduardo A. Rivera and Miss Brown. And if you have not heard them sing before, you are in for a real treat. All right, so that being said, I don't want to make you guys wait too long. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our first performer in, Miss Cherry Poppins. Just going to, oh, there we go. Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi, Miss Poppins. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
You look a little tied up. Are you doing all right?
It's just a regular old Saturday night for me.
All right, well, you're good. Well,
Yeah.
just to let you guys know, at the bottom here, you will see the Blacklist Babes Venmo and Cash App. You're going to also see how to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. TikTok is kind of, we're just kind of testing the waters for that one, but mostly you're going to find us on Instagram Live, Facebook, and YouTube Live. You can definitely find this next performer, this wonderful performer, on TikTok. She is our TikTok famous girl. And if you don't believe me, just go to her TikTok and you'll see this girl has more likes than I think I'll ever get in a lifetime. So you got to see this girl's TikTok. So that being said, all of the Blacklist babes, which are myself, Cherry Poppins, and Nikki Fontaine, coming up right after that, we are all taking collectively tips. This is a free show. We understand everybody's kind of going through something right now. If you can donate a few dollars, we would be very thankful and grateful to you. And the information is going to be down below where you can tip the Blacklist babes. And again, that'll be just distributed evenly between all of us. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you my burlesque baby, one of the very original Blacklist babes for the last 4 years, Miss Cherry Poppins. Take it away, Cherry Poppins.
I love you. Something about you.
Woo! Yeah, that's my girl. Wow. Oh my gosh. I love when you sing that song and you sounded absolutely beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, anybody that's not already following Miss Cherry Poppins, I encourage you to go to her Instagram, especially because she makes beautiful pasties, absolutely custom handmade pasties, beautiful rhinestones. She's an artist, has worked with Sephora and MAC. And I just, you're a costumer. You just do, and on top of that, that freaking voice and that booty, girl.
Thanks. Ah!
Is there anything else you would like to kind of promote or share before we get out of here and go to the next performer?
Not really promote, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who always watches and supports Blacklist and goes to all the shows. Thank you all so freaking much. You're all beautiful. Thank you. And good night, babes.
Good night. Oh my God, that was so good. And again, so like I mentioned before, our first show was 2 weeks ago. So we decided to kind of regroup and see where we should go from here. And if you guys love what we're doing, what you're seeing, drop a comment on Facebook, drop a comment, and follow us on our new YouTube channel. We are going to be doing weekly shows every Saturday. We're going to be changing them up a little bit. So I'll tell you a little more about that later in the show. But today we are focused on all of the performers that Blacklist absolutely loves. So that being said, I do want to go ahead and move on to our next performer. We're going to get Cherry Poppins' name off the screen, and we're going to bring in the next performer, Miss Nikki Fontaine. Where's my girl?
I'm here. Are we doing the interview first?
Nope, not at all. Are you starting off stage? Pretend you didn't see her. Pretend you didn't see her. So the magic of doing online shows is that just like a real show, you just never know what's going to happen. Sound isn't always perfect. Scene changes aren't always perfect, but hey, you get to sit in your house and have drinks with us and sing along if you know the song. All right. So that being said, her information is also at the bottom if you want to follow her. She is an incredible horror, special effects makeup artist. Is a really just a wonderful artist in general. But you're just going to be so impressed not only by her special effects skills, but her singing skills as well. So with that, take it away, Nikki Fontaine.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Turn that light on. Staring blankly ahead, just making a way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. All the time like these I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. Cause everything's so wrong, don't belong, living in your precious memory. Hello? And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. cracked. I don't wanna let you go. I don't want no memory. I don't wanna let this go. I don't make him wait till walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making a way through the crowd. And I still need you, and I still miss you. And now I wonder, I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would buy? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just say you. I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I could just hold you tonight. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yes, girl. Wow, that was awesome.
It's okay, I got it. I got it.
You got it. Where's your wine bottle?
Is that my what?
I said, where's your wine bottle?
My what?
Wine.
Oh, it's right here.
There you
I
go.
tried tearing off the label before the show, but it didn't work because I didn't want everybody to know that I'm cheap.
That's okay.
Behringer, not sponsored.
We're all cheap in the quarantine.
Exactly. It's good stuff though. There's actual wine in here, so I really did drink it.
Hell yeah, girl. So as I mentioned before,
I wanted to sing that song.
Well, I'm really glad that you did because I love that song and I loved your shaking. As I mentioned to people before, today is just burlesque light, but next Saturday we're going to be doing a full burlesque show that is 18 and up, all singing and a little tassel twirling. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do next because you always do something unique and different.
I'm very excited for next week as well. This was definitely, what I like about this show is that it's giving us an opportunity to be like, what's a song that I always wanted to sing in karaoke and just be like really silly. And this was like a perfect opportunity to just be like, I just went through my playlist and I think that song is so dramatic and so silly already. So
I loved your 80s theme. I thought it was perfect.
I know. I felt so left out from last week because I wasn't able to do it. So I was like, I'm still going to do 80s. Why? I just threw it
fine.
in there.
Yeah, that's perfect. And as I mentioned before, if you all tip to the Blacklist Babes, which is below in the banner or in the ticker, you will be tipping the three of us in the Blacklist Babes. But please follow Miss Nikki Fontaine in her own Instagram as well, because if you love special effects, if you love horror, and then you do beautiful glamour too. So it's just I love seeing your skills grow. So
thank you. I like doing a little bit of both. I appreciate it.
It's wonderful, and Blacklist loves you as well.
I love you guys so much. I've only had one of these, I promise.
Of course. Anything else you wanted to plug or talk about before we go?
I mean, you pretty much covered it. Like the only other additional stuff that I would have to promote would be the makeup, which if you follow my pages, I post on pretty much all of them. Like Instagram and Facebook. That's really the only ones. Other than that, I'm actually excited that I was early on, so I can watch everybody. I'm very excited to see everybody.
Yay!
And good night, babes.
Good night. Excellent. So we're just going to take a moment here before the next performer, me, and I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about a charity that is near and dear to my heart. Every Saturday we're going to do this cabaret, and so get used to it because every Saturday I'm going to talk about this. But basically, one thing that I wanted to kind of mention as well is that in addition to, if you have the extra, hey, you know what, wonderful. Thank you so much for tipping the Blacklist Babes. Thank you so much for everybody that has been watching and tipped the Blacklist Babes on the shows that we have been doing. We truly do appreciate it, because even if it's a little bit of groceries or some gas in the tank, it does help. But, also spread that love to your local, your local people as well, local restaurants. I hear that, some more places are going to start opening up this coming Monday. Definitely support local, because they need it to stay in business, and we want them to stay around. And the Barber Fund is one of my personal favorite organizations. They have assisted so many families. They've assisted my family, my fiance's family, and that was actually a kind of a fluke, because I just told him about it, and he told his family about it, and they were going through losing a loved one to cancer. And, they just kind of took it from there. So sometimes it's literally just word of mouth, which is why I will continue to do this every week. Because, you tell somebody, so they tell somebody else that, hey, there is a local charity called the Barber Fund that helps people living with cancer. And that is everything from, helping out with medications to even rides to, appointments. So they're a wonderful, wonderful group of people that I am so blessed. And, I'm so grateful to know and have been involved with in the past. I love to do Barber Fund events with Miss Comedy Queen, but we're not doing events right now. So this is, the small part that I can do, so that if you're interested in helping people living with charity and would like to donate, or have a family member that you want to possibly, put in an application for, go to thebarberfund.org and see how you can help, and see how you can donate as well. So that being said, don't forget to follow the Barber Fund on Instagram and Facebook as well. All right. So coming up next to the stage, it's me. All right. So again, if you tip below, you will definitely be donating to all of the Blacklist Babes. And then after my number, we're going to go ahead and get into our special guest artist for the evening. All right. So you can follow me as well. My Instagram at Risa Risque, my TikTok at Risa Risque. There's not a whole lot on there. I'm not TikTok famous yet, but give me a follow. It's going to be a lot of silly stuff anyway, either way. So tonight I'm going to sing for you a song that, just like Nikki Fontaine, it's a kind of like a karaoke song that I love and I love singing. Normally my co-founder Bartholomew Bottoms sings this song, but I decided to take the opportunity to sing it tonight. So here we go. Ignore that karaoke music. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When my friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like ooh. Too young, too dumb to realize that I should have brought you flowers, held your hand, should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Levi, can we get Risa Risque off the screen? My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish way cause a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I'm never gonna clean up the mess I made. Oh, and it haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like ooh, 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 too young, too dumb to realize that I should have brought you flowers, held your hand, should have gave you all my hours when you had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all I know you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Though it hurts, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, I know probably much too late. Try and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know. I hope he buys you flowers. Hope he holds your hand, gives you all his hours when he has the chance. Take you to every party. I remember how much you loved to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. All right. Give it up for me. All right. Yes. Thank you, you guys. We are moving along with this show. Thank you all for watching this evening. We're going to go ahead and I just kind of want to talk to you briefly about some fun stuff coming up next. So, like I mentioned, the Blacklist Babes is going to start doing a weekly cabaret every Saturday at 7 p.m. And in addition to that, we're also going to be doing every Thursday night on our Instagram. So you'll be able to see our Instagram right there at Blacklist _ the long ones, because I, for whatever reason, decided to make it super difficult. So Blacklist Babes Cabaret on Instagram every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. We're going to be doing something very similar. We're just going to do 1 or 2, possibly 3 songs at the most. And then we're going to spend the rest of the time talking to a local bartender from a local establishment. So last Thursday, just a few days ago, we had our very first guest, April Fresh, aka Locke. We talked about bartending. I, as a bartender as well, we kind of talked shop. I made a drink for you guys, which I suggested a vodka, and somebody actually went out and bought it. So I'm really glad, Dale, that you went out and bought the vodka, because it sounds like you really love it. I do love that grapefruit vodka. So that being said, come and join us every Thursday. It's a free show. Tips if you want, to myself, and of course to the local bartender. And that I personally tip them over me, because they need it right now since they're not all working. So we had last week Locke from the Parliament House. This coming Thursday, we're going to feature Miss Hannah from the Falcon. So definitely get your questions ready if you've ever wanted to know what life is like as a bartender, if you just want to vent with us because you are a bartender. 9:30 p.m. on the Blacklist Babes Cabaret Instagram. So that being said, going back to Saturdays, every single Saturday we're going to be doing one of these cabarets, and our very first one is Blacklist Loves You. So that being said, let's get into our very first guest, Mr. Eduardo A. Rivera.
Hi.
Hi, Eduardo. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? That was great.
Oh, thank you.
I love me some Bruno.
Me too. And I love Bruno. I'm like, I think in a past life, I feel like I was Bruno or something.
I'm about it.
I'm about it. I am that man. I'm not going to ask what you're singing today because I want like the people to be surprised, but I do want to just mention briefly again that you and I met doing a musical that was at the Abbey in Thornton Park area, Eola, whatever they call it. So
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm so glad to have you on today because I really would have loved to have you on the big stage, but I'm just so happy that I can share your gorgeous voice with other people that haven't heard you before.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I have some friends in the chat. Hey guys, hopefully some family. I love you. I miss you all. I'm so happy I get to sing for you.
Yes. Yes, and that being said, below, of course, you can see the ticker. If you would like to tip for his wonderful, beautiful voice, again, any little bit helps. You've got his Cash App right there and his Instagram too, if you want to follow him there as well. All right, so I love you and I can't wait. Take it away, Eduardo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the pub where our fathers went to spend the end of the day. Remember the yard behind the pub where we'd run and play. Yeah, well, now that pub is a laundromat. Now the yard is a high-rise flat. You can't go back. You can't make it last. You gotta take what you got. Even when your life is in knots, you take aim, take your shot. Sometimes you've gotta rewrite the plot. You've gotta take what you've got. You'd always say that one of these days you get out of Northampton town. You'd always say you wouldn't stay, no, you wouldn't stick around. Never knew what I wanted before. Now I'm even more unsure, but you can't move on if you're still in the past. You gotta take what you got. Even when your life is in knots, you take aim, take your shot. Sometimes you gotta rewrite the plot. You gotta take what you've got. Everyone keeps telling me what I need to be. Change with the times, move to London town, all about a legacy. Maybe this time I'll take that chance. Leap into the vast expanse. Maybe this time I'll seize my destiny. My destiny. If you've gone down the wrong road, turn back. I'll be there. I'll take your hand. Take what you got. Take aim, take your shot. You gotta take what you gotta take what you got.
I guess we're done.
I did it.
Yay!
Oh, there's JP. Hi, bye. That was my little camera boy.
Bye, camera boy.
He was so sweet.
Thank you to all the supportive partners out there who put up with all this, honestly.
Yeah. It's the best having someone to actually hold the camera for you, be very supportive. I mean, we argue, right? Like with the lighting. Sorry.
I have to say a big thank you, not just to my partner running the show from behind the scenes, but also to one of my best friends, Scott, who is in Blacklist Babes, Orion Spelt, because honestly, I wouldn't have this ring light or this background if it wasn't for him.
Let me tell you, I've seen your like background grow like every time. Just like something different is happening, but it makes it better and better. And if this is how we have to perform for the next few weeks, it might as well look good.
Exactly. You know, and that's kind of where I'm at right now too. Is oh, you've got some comments here. Grow that beard, baby.
Yes, it's growing so long. I'm turning into a lumberjack.
Aw, this is wonderful. I love having these comments pop up. This is so fun.
Yay, thank you. I appreciate that. So much fun. I love Wasteland. I'm so happy I got to meet you through it, your talent and all that. Oh my God. I'm so happy that we're learning to be together. You know what I mean? I love that.
Well, and
my cats are fighting and I love it.
Exactly. Like I was going to mention, like, not only just like, you know, being able to sing together, perform together, but when we started like playing role-playing games together.
Yes, I love that. It's so fun to do that and put that all together. And it's a new group for me too. So I really enjoy that. I'm a big old nerd, Legend of Zelda kids. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, if you like hot nerds that can sing, you know you're gonna love you. And that's probably why I'm like, oh, I have a crush on you. I love you so much.
I appreciate, you know what? I've been done had a crush on you, girl. Yeah, so exciting. Take my clothes off. I mean, a little shoulder action.
I can't remember what we were watching something the other day, and there was somebody that was literally like in a tank top and a shirt or a hat and nothing else. And David goes, "Is that Eduardo's outfit?"
It's my outfit all the time. I hate sleeves.
You hate sleeves, pants, just one glove. That's all you need.
Sometimes. You know what? Where that glove? It's somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yes, girl, take that drink. So guys, thanks for watching. Yeah. I appreciate that.
I was gonna say, this is like the brief Q&A section, and you've got a ton of compliments, which is wonderful. But if anybody has like a question that they want to ask, otherwise just continue to shower him with love, because that's what Blacklist Loves You is all about.
I do appreciate that you guys are giving that opportunity for local performers to sing for their friends, family, you know, but also get tips. Like, that's really cool. I really appreciate that.
Yes, please.
You're smart.
Man, he's such an incredible singer. I want to see you get some tips.
Hey, I'll get the tips, but also give them out, friends. Give them out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I think and that's the thing too, is that, you know, when I get a little bit of something, I like to, you know, pay it forward as well.
Absolutely.
To anybody that I'm watching, you know, even if it's $5, you know, I want to be able to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the other thing I was telling people is that, like, let's say I can't this week spend a little bit, but you know what I will do? I will share that person's video, because somebody else might be able to tip them. And
absolutely.
You know, we just want to support everybody. And if I could expand my cast and pay a bunch of people, freaking I would, because there's so many incredible voices in this town. So I'm just so glad to have you on as a guest.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'm ready. I love you. And I love Blacklist. Go ahead, y'all. All right. Good night, babes.
Good night. All right. Okay. So our next performer, she and I go way back. I remember, I think the first time I ever saw her perform was at a local theater. And it was just like a random cabaret. And she sang a song from The Producers. And I remember sitting in the audience and just being like, this woman is so talented. She's so incredibly talented. And I was like, I want to be her friend. And then I would say maybe a year or so went by. And then we ended up working together in Corsets and Cuties, which was my first burlesque troupe that I started off in. And from there, we started doing stuff on our own and doing like solo gigs and stuff. And we haven't performed together in a really long time. But before all of this happened, you know, I thought, hey, you know what? I would love to bring you back on the stage. She is the founder and producer of her own burlesque troupe, Miss Brown's Colors of Burlesque. And I, we had shows on the same night, so I unfortunately never even got to see one of the shows. So I'm hoping when all of this is over, we can continue to support each other, and I can go see one of her shows as well. She's been a big supporter of Blacklist for a really long time, and this is going out of her box a little bit, but I'm so glad that she said yes, because I just can't wait. And so with that being said, please welcome Miss Brown.
Oh, hey there, cool cats and kittens.
Oh, hey!
Oh, yes.
Yes, Miss Brown. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm trying. I got to play incognito in these streets.
I love it. I love it. And I love your big microphone.
Yes, that's what we're going to call it.
Yeah, this is supposed to be somewhat family friendly, right? PG-13.
Yes, we try. We try out here in these streets. We try.
We'll bring you on for the 18 and up version soon.
Oh, that'll be fun.
All right. Well, without further ado, take it away, Miss Brown.
All right, then. Ow. Yes. I'm so glad to be here this evening with all of you fabulous people tonight. This is for all the deadbeat menses, deadbeat partners out here who don't know how to act. Sometimes you just need to tell them. They need to get on somebody's telephone. They got to call somebody. And I'm about to tell you all who they need to call. I'm getting tired of your mess. You don't never buy me nothing. Not even a Hot Pocket. Jesus. So every time you come around, you got to bring Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone. Lord, not Tyrone. He ain't no good. He West Slides. Now, why can't we be by ourselves sometimes? See, I've been having this on my mind for a long time. And I just want it to be you and me like it used to be, baby. But you don't know how to act. So matter of fact, I think you better call Tyrone. And tell him, come on, help you get your... You need to call Tyrone. And tell him I said, come on. Now every time I ask you for a little cash, you say no, but turn right around and ask me for some... Can't say that word, that's child friendly. Oh, well, hold up, listen, partner, I ain't no cheap thrill. 'Cause Miss Brown is always coming for real. Now you know the deal, Ninja. Every time we go somewhere, I got to reach down in my purse to pay your way and your homeboy's way, and sometimes your cousin's way. They don't never have to pay, don't have no jobs, hang around in bars trying to hang around with stars. Like Badu, I'ma tell you the truth, show them who gonna get the boot. I think you better call him. Call him, oh, tell him, come on, help you get your stuff. All them Jordans, get them out. I need to call Tyrone. Hold up. But you can't use my phone. Why? Because it's broke. I dropped it. Now I need you to leave. Just leave, honey. I need you to go. I need to finish this old granddad. Yes. Yes, you're done. Bye-bye, Tyrone.
years.
I'm a hot mess.
I loved it.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
so
trying
good
out
at you're so good at improv and like being so quick.
Oh, I'm glad you said it, because honey, don't let my improv teacher say that, because they'll be like, "Ooh, baby, no."
Now, let me all remind the audience, for those of you that haven't been along for the Blacklist ride, but the very first Fringe that I ever produced,
Oh my
um,
gosh.
on the very opening night, we had 5 shows, I think.
Yeah,
And
we
the
did.
very opening night, our host quit like an hour before the show or something.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Ah,
An
I
hour
did.
before, like right before call time, and I was hysterical.
Mhm.
And called you and I think it was Paul, I think it was Professor Tuggles, that was like, what about Ms. Brown? And
Yes.
I called you and you said, don't worry about it. I got
you.
I got you.
Exactly.
And you know what? We ended up getting reviewed, and I think it was Matt Palm that ended up reviewing us that first night. And you
Yeah,
got
he
that
did.
shout out for being such a good host.
Ah! Oh man, I completely forgot about that. Oh
I
crap.
will not see that stuff. I don't forget, because that's
Yeah.
again reasons why Blacklist loves you, why I love you.
Yes, why I love Blacklist, because y'all are out here killing it in these streets now. You got to let them know you out here.
We're here, and I like to tell people, we're just musical theater kids that want to show our tits, basically.
I have never heard it put so correctly. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we just want to sing and show our boobies. That's all, our booties or whatever you want to show.
Exactly.
So that being said, I did see one of our first questions here, and somebody asked, "Are we missing Fringe?"
Yeah, man, we are. It's hard out here in these streets, man. Coronavirus is out here gotten us at home. I mean, come on, you see all my books and stuff, and yeah, it's sad, man. It's hard, because usually that's the only other way we are able to support each other than going to the local shows was
Mhm.
for Fringe, and now they put the kibosh on it. Put the kibosh on itself real quick.
Right. Yeah, and I think that was the smartest thing to do, to be honest with you. I know some people might disagree, but I do think that many people in such a small place, even though we're starting to open up again, I
Yeah.
don't know if that would have been the right thing to do.
No, it's yeah, there's too many people, and it's just you don't want to take the chance of putting performers, volunteers, patrons at risk. So I believe
Yeah,
they made a great call, and I really applaud them for being responsible and not going through with it.
right. And again, because there are a lot of elderly volunteers and a lot of elderly patrons, and I definitely would let all the kids Fringe. I think it was the right choice, as well, as much as we're missing it.
Yes. Yeah, I know. But it's okay, because we're gonna come back strong next year. Now, next year is about to be lit.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm there. I know that they're doing like some online Fringe stuff, I believe,
Yeah.
towards the end of the month. So catch that if you can. And I may be being optimistic, but I'm hoping that things can come back for Winter Fringe, and you never know.
Yeah, you're right. You never know. I hope they do too. I mean, it'll just be different. It just won't be as many people, but hey, we'll make it work. We'll come out.
Exactly. So that being said, did you
Yeah.
have anything going on at Fringe coming up?
I actually did not this year. I was working with a business partner of mine, and we were thinking about doing something for the following Fringe. So for even though this kind of like this hurt Fringe, but at the same time it gives us creatives a chance to like, okay, we can ramp up behind the scenes. We know what we can do, because we have to come out strong for the next one. So
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I didn't have anything, but it sucks though, because I know a bunch of people I knew were doing it, and I was like, and I was like, oh
Yeah. Oh, I understand completely.
yes.
So let's talk a little bit about Ms. Brown's Colors of Burlesque. Tell me a little bit about what your motivation was behind that. Where did you get the idea? You know what I mean?
I I honestly got the idea from it because I saw a need. I saw a need in Orlando Burlesque that needed to showcase Black and brown talent. Um, that is not, I'm gonna be clear, that's not a knock against any of the other groups, because without those groups, I would have no inspiration to do that. So I just felt that there needed to be a space to showcase us. And coronavirus put the kibosh on that next show. But I welcome any and everyone, Black, brown, LGBT. Honey, I don't care who you are. I would love to have you perform on my stage because we just need to be seen. We do.
Yeah, and I identify with that a lot because I remember when we first started Blacklist, and this was, we're talking 4.5, almost 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that came up was that, well, that's the brown girl's truth,
Oh yeah, but you know what? That can be seen as negative, but to be honest, it's not, because we need that. We need stuff like that in Orlando. There's not enough of it. We need a place, we need a space for us to showcase. And honey, please, if these people want to come and throw money at us, come on, throw this money, honey, because we hungry and I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. So. And it was funny because at the time, I'm not even sure if I do believe we had a little mix of everything in the group. And I think that was just, that did happen to be the majority of the members at the time. Now, of course, we have literally, like you said, brown, black, white, everything, literally in between, LGBTQIA, just a little bit of everything. And I truly appreciate the fact that you have decided to go forward and do something like this, because I do think there was a need, and I love you for filling that need and showcasing talent that really needs to just be out there.
Yes, we do. We need to be seen. We need to be recognized as contenders in this space, because we are real contenders. We have talent. We need to be seen. Yeah,
I agree with that. And I'm so happy, that I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy. We've worked together for such a long time, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. Whether it's an online show, and wink, wink, we'll always help you with that. We will.
Oh yeah, and yes, and please, yes, I would love assistance. And once we're able to get back on somebody's stage, I may be calling some people. Wank, wank. Yeah. So.
I can't wait. Did you have anything lined up before the quarantine?
Actually, yes, we did. We did have a show lined up before the quarantine in this beautiful new space that we had found, and that actually served adult beverages. So we found this space, and then of course, soon as we were thinking, okay, we were going to do it, it just coronavirus said, "No, I'm good." It shut all of us down. So, but it is awesome to see yourself and so many other burlesque producers who are going virtual, because again, I tell people all the time, this is going to be our new normal for a little while. This is something we have to adjust to, but once we adjust to it, it'll be a lot of fun. So
absolutely, and it's trial and error,
Yep.
That's why we enjoy doing the Instagram shows, and I suggest doing those because it reaches a different audience. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun. You get to see these wonderful comments that were coming in, talk to people. It's just so much fun. Like you said earlier, it's a chance for you to put on something.
Yes, exactly. Because honey, listen here, this face has not been beat. I'll tell you, not by makeup, by public subs. Yes, it has, but not by makeup.
Yeah, but pretty much vodka and carbs over here. So.
Oh, girl, straight whiskey. Praise the Lord.
So I love hearing about Ms. Brown's Colors of Burlesque, but I want to talk with you about something you've actually been doing a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Your podcast.
Yes, the Underground with Ms. Brown. I have legitimately, no joke, I checked the birth date for that podcast. I've been doing that podcast for almost 10 years. That was insane. Wow. But that is it is a pop culture podcast. We talk about everything pop culture because I do have a co-host with me. I also do bring guests on every now and then. We do a spoiler movie review. It's more like a radio show because I actually play music in between segments. Cool. And it's just something I've always wanted to do. I know pop culture is trashy, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care because I love it. And it's fun to talk about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've had that show for a while, and with everything going on and everything going virtual, it's nice to be able to be like, okay, we still can supply art to people during this time.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I need to listen to your podcast more. It's been, I really didn't get into podcasts until literally last year. And I feel like
Yeah.
I'm catching up now, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. Everybody's like, because I remember when I first started, I was like, podcast, but now they're like podcasts. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had one for like 10 years, dude. Get on the train. So
That's incredible. So, in addition to finding you on Instagram, you
Mhm.
can find your podcast on Instagram as well.
Yes,
And
yes.
you're on iTunes. Are you available anywhere else as well?
Oh man, I'm glad you said that because I totally have my notes up here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find me on Apple Podcast. If you have like an Android, you can find me on Podomatic, Google Play, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Pocket Casts, and a new one that I had no idea I was on. I'm on freaking iHeartRadio. I had no idea. I know. I had no idea I was on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, so you have all of those platforms to use to find it, and the show is free 99, so don't think you're paying money for it. So
Yeah. So more reason for you to just drop a little something in that Cash App down there.
yes, please. I need money to fund this show, please.
Yeah. You got to buy more big microphones.
Yes, I need more of them, lots more of them.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to be our first guest here.
Oh,
You know, and I would be lying if I didn't honestly plan it a little bit so that I could feature POC performers as well.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
of
I wanted
course,
to
yeah.
definitely I wanted Eduardo on, I wanted you on, you know, I'm
Oh,
glad,
thank
of course,
you.
you know, every week we're gonna have different guest artists and everything, but
Of
I just
course.
really am so glad that you were able to be our very first Blacklist Loves You performer.
Ah, thank you so much. This was so exciting. I have had such a blast. I love
Good.
it.
I'm so glad. Well, I love you.
I
And
love
is
you
there
too.
anything else you want to mention before we head out?
No, not really. I mean, we covered everything. Again, you can find me, you can find the show, the Underground with Ms. Brown and Ms. Brown's Colors of Burlesque on Instagram and Facebook. Please go ahead and follow. I'm pandering for followers. Yes, please follow me. So
That's fine. Pander away. That's what
yeah.
they need.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, babes, and good night.
Good night. We love you. All right. Okay. So, well, looks like we've come to the end of our show. So, I just want to kind of go over with you guys what we got coming up next on the Blacklist schedule. And so, up next, I just want to tell you guys, as we've mentioned before, every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. on our Instagram, on Blacklist Babes Cabaret Instagram, you will be able to catch Thirsty Thursday. We're going to make a drink. I'm a bartender, so I'll show you how to make a different drink every week. We'll sing 2 or 3 songs max. And then we're going to bring on a special guest to promote a local bar and restaurant. So this week, last week we promoted the Parliament House and Lock, aka April Fresh. This coming Thursday, we're going to be promoting the Falcon Bar and the Falcon Bar's bartender, Miss Hannah Atwood. She's not only an incredible bartender and a wonderful friend, but she's an amazing jewelry artist as well. So we'll talk about that. Get your questions ready. Have a drink with us every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. on Thirsty Thursday on Instagram under Blacklist Babes Cabaret. Marisa, as in Risa Risque, will be hosting, of course, and we'll be drinking, singing songs, and featuring a local bartender. So next Saturday, we're going to bring the actual Blacklist Babes Cabaret cast back. We're going to be doing a new show right here on YouTube and on Facebook, just like you guys are watching now. And we're going to be doing a show called Grunge to Scene, an alternative burlesque cabaret show. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Again, it's free. Tips are welcome. We've got everything from early 90s grunge to late 2000s scene music. We've got some fun emo music. We've got indie pop. We've got some punk pop. It's just going to be a lot of fun. And we do have a wonderful guest artist, Miss Venus Love Trap, who's going to be performing a special belly dance number for us, as well as our special guest for that show. So mark your calendars. So that's going to be Saturday. So then, of course, every Thursday, again, mentioned, we're going to do Thirsty Thursday. For that one, the guest is going to be announced. And then 2 weeks from today, on the 23rd, we're going to be back with Blacklist Loves You. We're going to be singing a few songs, and we're going to do just a little mini cabaret. We're going to have two special guests with us. We're going to have Jenna Catastrophe. She is a member of the Ladies of the Peekaboo Lounge. She's also a Bette Midler and Winifred Sanders tribute artist. Just to mention as well, you can also find Miss Jenna Catastrophe every Wednesday night on her YouTube. She's doing Winnie Fried Wednesdays. It's going to be a wonderful Winifred Sanderson tribute artist show that you don't want to miss every single Wednesday. So in addition to Miss Jenna Catastrophe, we're also going to have Miss Lady James of the Corsets and Cuties. She's one of the co-founders and the producers of the Corsets and Cuties, which they have an excellent YouTube channel as well. I know that they, at this moment, they are planning some upcoming live shows, so definitely follow them on Instagram. But yeah, 2 weeks from today, you can come back. You can see Miss Jenna Catastrophe and Lady James as our special guests. But going back to how to find the Blacklist babes, we're going to move that next slide over. Hello. So tonight was the Blacklist Loves You Cabaret. You can find us on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok, and of course right here on Facebook Live as well. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. You know, I just want to say thank you guys again for joining us for our mini cabaret. I call it mini because this is only going to be about 3 of the Blacklist babes and 2 of our guest artists, you know, local performers that we love. And we'll definitely be, you know, having different guest artists in our big shows and different guest artists in our Blacklist Love You shows. So every Thursday, you can see me on the Blacklist Babes Cabaret. We're going to have some drinks and talk to bartenders. And then, of course, every other Saturday, Blacklist Loves You. And then, of course, a big full Blacklist show coming up next week featuring Miss Venus Love Trap, aka Lauren Belly Dance as well. So that being said, we are at the end of our evening. I just want to say thank you guys for continuing to watch. I had, you know, doubted myself a couple times, like, do you guys want to see Blacklist this often? But you know what? Everybody seems to enjoy it. 2 weeks ago was our big online show, and that one went so well. We just wanted to continue to share our art, share our love, give you guys just a little time to get out of your heads a little bit, and number one, to support local restaurants, bars, and our other local fellow performers that we love so much. So that being said, cheers to you all. Stay safe. We'll see you this coming Thursday at Thirsty Thursday, and Blacklist loves you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.